Jay Steady, because I'm steady on my shit. You understand? I'm here with the lovely Toya. 3J, aka Pookadoo, Safari, aka Savage J Savage. We got Anon, aka Moon. And we got Ayana, aka Lightbulb. Alright, so pretty much we're gonna jump straight into it.
So I guess first thing, we made a list of the stuff that people always want to know about when buying a homestead or when purchasing land. So that's what we're gonna talk about today, as well as some other stuff.
Okay, so if you don't know, about 2 months ago we purchased 6 acres of land here in West Tennessee, Madison County. And pretty much it was we come from the city. You know, we ain't really ever did nothing homesteading or nothing like this before. So this like our first time everything, and it's a learning process for us. We just pretty much decided to give up on the rat race and, you know, become more self-sufficient and do our own thing.
Yep.
Before purchasing this property, we did extensive amounts of research. A lot about things such as what we have here on the list. But it was a journey, might I say, right?
Can you stop talking like that?
Why am I talking?
You talking like you're doing a YouTube.
Oh, okay.
You're literally talking like
I mean, well, you know, that's what it is.
Alright, so, alright. Relax.
Go ahead.
Alright, so, we purchased 6 acres in Madison County, Tennessee. The price. The first thing is the price.
Okay. Alright, so, pretty much on market, this property was listed on the market at $20,000. First, I'm gonna talk about how we found the property. You know, we went through like a bunch of different websites, Zillow, all that. We went through a couple of realtors, and this was actually the first property that we saw. Once we contacted the realtor and came out here, we walked the land a little bit. We then started doing research like county searches on the land, things like that. And we found the owners, and little mama here, she actually found them on Facebook and pretty much got in contact with the lady, and she started negotiating the land down. But long story short, we ended up getting it for $4,000 less than what they was asked. So that's pretty much, you know, we negotiated, and instead of going through the realtor, we decided to find the owners and go directly through them. You know, by letting them know what our plans was for the land, things like that. The next thing is location. Yeah. A lot of people want to know how we ended up from. First of all, we're from Florida. We're from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So we down at the bottom, the dirty South. You know what I'm saying? And people want to know, like, how the hell y'all end up in Tennessee? You know, that's just pretty much losing your fear of traveling, of not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Not doing nothing. You know, we wanted a change. We wanted better for our family, things like that. So, you know, moving around led us to explore new places. And then how we became to Tennessee was when we started looking for land, we was already staying in Georgia. So it was like different states on the map, like Georgia, Tennessee. We was looking at Colorado.
Yeah, Arizona, Texas.
Missouri.
Yeah, because our big thing when we started was we wanted to buy land. Like that was our main goal. Like since the beginning of when we first started dating, we had plans for buying land. So we knew what we wanted, we knew where we wanted, but we didn't know exactly where we would end up.
We've been together going on 12 years.
Yes.
So mention that. But when we looked at Tennessee won us over. It was just you know, they encouraged off-grid lifestyle. You know, and that was something that we was looking for when we was looking for land. It was unrestricted land. We wanted to be able to do whatever we wanted to do with our land.
So like he said, we've been together going on 12 years. And before that, we was always renting. And like we said, we from Fort Lauderdale. And Fort Lauderdale ain't cheap. So we was paying like $1,100 a month for rent. And still struggling. Because after that, you got your light bill, you got your water, you got all these other expenses. So we just got to a point where we was tired of paying people. We was tired of bills. We was tired of, like you said, the rat race. And that's why we chose you.
Yeah, pretty much. When it came down to the research part, a lot of people, you know, when I tell them, I say, oh yeah, I just purchased 6 acres of land in West Tennessee. You know, I get from a lot of family members like, that's in the country. You know, they racist out there. It's a lot of white people out there. You know, I get things like that. And that was something that I took into consideration as being black and trying to purchase land is I didn't want to be stuck in like a sundown town or anything like that. So it wasn't like a blind call like, oh, we just gonna move to Tennessee and we gonna move here wherever the land is cheap at. No, it was more of a, we researched the blackest parts of Tennessee, the blackest counties in Tennessee, and just so happened Madison County had everything that we wanted. You know, it was on West Tennessee. It had a great growing.
Yeah, the weather is really nice on this side, which is really good for the gardening and our growing cycles.
We get like 54 inches of rain per year.
Yep.
You know, never experiencing snow. We're gonna experience a little bit of that here.
Hopefully.
It was a lot of things. The black population here is, I believe, it's like 45% to like 50% whites. And that's actually high. Being from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, it seems like the population of black people there is very high, but it's actually only 15%. So that was like, whoa, you know. It's actually so black out here that we actually see like black farmers, things like that. A lot of black people, we don't have a problem with like white people or racism. I haven't experienced that. Have you?
I haven't experienced racism here in Tennessee. I haven't. And when we first started, we were like in, you know, a couple of groups asking people like, hey, like, where are you from? Where are you homesteading? How do you experience racism there? And we had a lot of people saying, racist ass Tennessee, or why would you want to go there? Yeah. But when we got here, I haven't felt anything. I would say they're a little rude, but I mean, that's just how they are. I'm from somewhere else, so to me, it's gonna feel different. You know what I mean? But
yeah. As for me, as being rude, I think, you know, I probably did have a run-in with people in Tennessee. I can't really remember anything, but shit, some of the nicest people I ever met was right here in Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Shit, you know, they always want to talk about something. So racism isn't a problem here in West Tennessee, and I actually encourage anybody who's looking to buy land to look in West Tennessee. Another thing, when compared to other states, Tennessee was a little more expensive to like Colorado buying land like that. But then again, the type of land that we have here is slightly rolling forest. You know, our property is on farm, forest, forest, agricultural, residential, forest, agriculture,
and residential. Yeah. Stop. Put that down. Put it down.
And
Come on.
it's better than shit. What we was looking at in Colorado, the land was like under 1,000 an acre, but that shit was like desert. It was like, and we couldn't do nothing with that. You know what I'm saying?
We couldn't get jiggy with that shit.
Yeah. Okay, so.
No. Okay. Come on. Okay.
Out here, since we've been out here, we faced a lot of issues. You know, we faced a lot of issues that would break people. It would break most people coming from where we came from. Issues such as y'all wanna say something? What y'all issues was out here? Kids?
I guess the sun.
The sun, it being hot. Yeah, it was really hot out here. The first few days that we came out here, I thought I was gonna pass out. You know what I'm saying? Within the first 15 minutes, you know.
And we from Florida.
Yeah, we out here working. This sun, I thought we wasn't gonna make it them first days, you know. And we were staying in the hotel, so it was like kind of like we were struggling to give up the hotel.
Yeah.
And come out here. We had our tent, we had our generator, the AC, but it was just like, to be out there all day, it was like we was paying them hotels, you know, for almost a week or two before we decided to say, you know, that's it.
Yeah, that was a problem for me too. Like, coming from the hotel, that was a problem.
Yeah.
It's like you ain't want to get up and go.
Yeah.
The hotel was too comfortable to be like, oh, I'm finna get up in nice cold AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hotel was too.
Yeah. But that's what it takes to get this done. You have to we had to say, that's it. We ain't doing this no more. Let's go out there and give it 100, and that's what we're doing right now.
Because if we were still in the hotel right now, it would be like, we probably wouldn't even have this much food.
Nah, we wouldn't.
We really wouldn't.
Yeah. Insects are another problem for us out here. When we first got out here, the insects was like crazy. You know, like you would walk and we would leave and go back to the hotel and like see ticks everywhere. Like the biting flies.
Oh my God! Listen.
Bite the shit out of you. Bite the shit out of you. Like really.
These insects are really vicious. I just pulled a beetle out of my hair on camera. That's on camera right now. That's why I just stood up.
Oh, sorry.
Everybody look.
Mon.
Because I had to pick a beetle out of my hair. Because I felt like this lump of a rock.
Yeah, but them biting flies, and then they'll leave like the bump that they leave is like a pus bump.
That turns into a scab. It's like
and then
crazy.
It makes you itch more once it's already scabbed. It's like, yeah, those things are.
Then the ticks, they got like little ticks. I don't know if they're chiggers or ticks, but they like dig under your skin, and it's crazy.
Phone service.
Horrible.
It's not the best, like, you know, but I mean,
we can still like look up stuff. We still got enough to actually
connect,
something.
and we can make a call in certain areas that we've already cleared.
We can still text. Yeah, we still got enough to do that. It's just in certain areas or at certain times you'll lose it. So you'll have to wait like an hour or so, or it'll just stop. With my phone, it comes in like this. Alright, it's not on, then it taps in, and then that's how it goes. It taps in and then it goes.
All right. Next we got is like coming from the city life. You know, coming from out of somewhere that Kroger was right across the street from our apartment complex. You know, Walmart is 15 minutes away. Things like that. That is something that we had to become accustomed to, because it's like the nearest gas station is like 15, 20 minutes away. You know, and then Walmart from that gas station is like 21, 25 minutes from there.
Yeah.
So it's
we have to be strategic with our trip. So if we're gonna go to the grocery store, we always have to say like, okay, what else do we need? Do we need toilet paper, paper towels? Do we need the gas can? Make sure like you have the baby bag, because we can't forget anything, because to drive back just to go back to where we was going, it's just gonna be too much. So we have to make sure that we're like organized and on point when it comes to those things.
And there's been times where we've left and then it's like forgot the gas can, but we was already way out in the town. It was like to come all the way back and then go back to the gas station. It was like, all right, we got to stop doing this. You know, it got to be more structured planning. You know, so it's like if you forget something at the store, like you forgot that butter, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Butterless.
It's too
You
late.
forgot that seasoning? Oh boy, listen.
You ain't going back to that store.
Listen,
Nah, bruh.
we cooking like white people tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Where them raisins?
No seasoning. No seasoning, you know, just some pepper, you know.
They put sauce in it.
Animals, as far as animals, we haven't experienced any run-ins with animals except for an armadillo. You
Yeah.
know.
I'm gonna tell the story. So, Daddy heard something in the woods when he was outside about to use the bathroom, and Mommy said, and he had a gun on him, and Mommy said, "What's wrong, babe?" And Daddy said, "Shut up." He pointed a flashlight at him and said, and he saw that it was an armadillo.
He was like, I hear something in the bushes.
This is the pose. This is the pose.
Do the pose.
In
do
his
the pose.
underwear, like that. Just
Right, show them they can't see you when
Oh,
come
they
back
can't see.
down.
Go.
Yeah.
It was like a cop. He had it pointed, boy. He was serious in them boxes, just outside in the dark.
That armadillo gonna lose his life.
Yeah, that's the only thing so far, right?
We got resources of the land, like pretty much what we've used the land for.
Okay, so I want to talk about it. So this land that we purchased, it keeps on giving, right? So we purchased it and we've got lots of timber, so like for firewood and stuff like that. We have maple trees, so they just like cut into one other day and syrup was coming out of it, or the sap or whatever.
and soon we're gonna make it into syrup and put it on cookies.
Yeah, we have a bleeding maple tree on the land.
But
What?
But remember, you can't forget about that spring that we have down there.
Oh yeah.
That
Hey,
got
what
a
you
little,
doing?
got a little bit of
Come
a spring
on.
going.
Come, give me a hug. Come on, give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Come on.
Yeah,
Let it go.
we actually have 2 springs on the property.
One's down here, and then we got one back there. Right here.
Then we have clay on the land.
The entire land is clay.
Yes. So that's very good for one of our home businesses that we operate here. ShowNaturalBeauty.com. Check us out. No. No.
He said he's operating.
Come so you can say cheese.
Hey, come over here.
He's saying yo.
Yo. Say here, piggy, 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 piggy. Come.
Come on.
Come give me a hug. Come give me a hug. Yeah, give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a big boy.
Where do Damon?
All right.
We got firewood for the winter too.
Okay, yeah. Another thing, we
Get 'em,
use
Tabby, get 'em,
we
Tabby.
use the wood to build shelters, rain catchment systems.
Pins, pig pins.
Yeah, we pretty much use dog houses. We've used the wood to build a lot of things. You got his pacifier?
PJ had it. PJ had to watch y'all.
I gave it to him.
Firewood.
Look at the ice.
We use the firewood. We cook everything off the wood.
Yep.
We actually cooked the pizza yesterday off fire.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
pretty
Oh,
much-
we have blackberries on the property. Lots and lots of blackberries on the property.
we have maple trees, oak trees.
Trying to think what else we have.
A lot of trees. We got a lot of trees on here.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of all of them. 6 acres is more than enough for you to homestead on. It's actually places we ain't even seen on this land yet.
Oh yeah.
You know, because we can't get to them. We got to clear.
So we're gonna make a path over there.
What kind of? Everybody want to know, like, okay, are we gonna just stay in a tent out here, or are we gonna just stay in a house? Like, are we gonna build like what? A trailer? What? Everybody asks that question. Right now, we actually are sitting on the home site. We still got a whole lot more back here behind us to finish clearing. But what we doing right now is we working on the home site and moving the pigs and chickens and getting the garden started and things like that. To give ourselves enough time, because we are clearing by hand. We plan to start building within a year. You know, and I know some people like, whoa, a year? That's a long time. I think it'll happen before that. Before a year, but
It's gonna happen.
we taking our time. We getting things done out here. You know what I mean? There's no rush, no pressure at all on what needs to be done. It's like every day is a new project for us out here. You know.
And that's what's so good about the homesteading life, or our homesteading life that we chose, because we work at our own pace. We do what we want to do when we want to do it. Nobody tells us what to do, how to do it, when to do it. And if we don't do it, we're fired. But we don't have any problems like that. We work for ourselves and we're building for ourselves. So.
If you don't build your dreams, you're going to help somebody else build it. You know? So that's pretty much what we doing. We out here and we doing, you know, we doing what the universe tell us to do. You know what I'm saying? We following the universe. Anything? Oh, what we plan to build? We plan to build Adobe Earthship, yeah. So pretty much we gonna build our house out of earth bags, and you know, that's gonna be a hell of a project, being that we never built a house before. You know, and people say shit like that, like, oh, you know how to build a house? You ain't never built a house before. Like, you know that motherfuckers gotta have a first time.
Right.
You know that, right? You know that mechanic that fixed on your car, at one point, he had his first car that he worked on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people say dumb shit like that, and it's like, so you telling me that somebody else can do it and I can't?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's some type of shit that we had to block out. You know what I'm saying? When we first did this, people was like, what? Y'all gonna live out there? Where y'all gonna live at? Y'all staying in a tent? Motherfuckers think like, we just paid $16,000 for land, and motherfuckers think like, oh, y'all homeless. No, this is a fucking choice. this is a choice that we did. Like our tent costs $385. You know what I'm saying? We got a fucking AC. We got a generator. We not. You know what I'm saying?
And we have money in the bank saved.
Yeah. You know, we playing this shit out to the fullest. Well, we thought about our first year of not having no animals, not having no meat, none of that shit. So it's like we knew that for the first year we needed to get on our shit. We needed to start a garden. We needed to buy animals. We needed to save our money and all this shit. So we still making money while we out here. We not fucked up at all. So that's something that people fail to realize, you know what I'm saying?
And then one thing I want to say to like the people who want a homestead, but they like kind of scared or they're kind of nervous or like they're worried about like what everybody else is thinking. To me, we were having the conversation the other day, and I was telling him like people always be like, "Oh, I couldn't do what you do. I couldn't be out there." Yeah, I know, because I'm a freaking superhero. Like, we're all superheroes. I done did what y'all did. I done worked. I done paid rent. I done had car payments and insurance and struggling to pay and having to worry about if I'm finna get kicked out of this place or if somebody gonna say this or that. Y'all can't be like me. Y'all can't be out here doing this, ain't it? Mm-hmm. We superheroes. Mm-hmm. So when people say, "Oh, I couldn't do it," you damn right, because I'm a freaking superhero.
You actually can do it if you suck up all that pride that you got. You know what I'm saying? If you stop worrying about what other people think of you, it's like a lot of people paying $1,200 for a house when it's like shit. All they really need is a 1-bedroom apartment. You see, they paying to impress people, to say, "Oh, I stay in Coral Springs," or I stay in Margate.
Or Parkland.
Yeah. Or wherever it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that's
we ain't on that.
That's too much stress for me.
Yeah, we ain't
I ain't trying to worry about what they got going on.
So what I would say is, if you want a homestead, do it. It's your life. You be happy. Because I'm telling you, I feel free. Like, to sit here or at night even to look up at the stars, it's like, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. All you see from me in 3J's room is the moon on the sky.
Mm-hmm. Right? And you heard what she just said, right? Room. We have a 3-room tent made by Ozark Trail.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I highly recommend it. We'll do like a little video on it. All right, next we're going to talk about the garden. And pretty much what we plan to do with these trees and thinning them out and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I personally want a food forest. Okay, I want it to be wherever you look, you got something good to just pop into your mouth and just enjoy. Like, whether it's a cucumber or it's a strawberry, I don't care. Like, I just want it to be full of life.
I'm gonna be eating the cucumbers.
Yes, because you love cucumbers.
On my way down, when I see the cucumbers, I'm like.
Next is like, do we kind of like regret buying the land or like the city life and stuff like that?
Do we miss the city life? Being real, the city life was never for us. Before here and before Georgia, we lived in Lehigh, which was, we
pretty good.
We was renting, but it was 1.23 acres.
Woods,
yeah. So we had our space. No one would come on our street, and if they did, it was like, why the hell are they here? You know, or they were coming to buy a dog.
On the
left.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the city life.
Wait, we had acres?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
It was one.
All right. But what were we talking about? Oh, city life. Do we miss city life? Like he said earlier, like the Walmarts and stuff like that is a little bit far out for us, but I like my peace. I don't want all that drama that comes with neighbors and you know what I mean? Like
I didn't really have friends out of my neighbors anymore.
I need some positive energies, and city life gives you a lot of different mixes that I just can't vibe with. I'm sorry.
To be honest, I don't miss the city life. You know, I feel like the city life for me offered, right, it offered nothing but trouble to me. You know, it was always something that is to distract you, something to keep you off balance. You know what I'm saying? My best move was when we moved to Georgia. It was like a force, or not even Georgia. It was more like when we moved to Lehigh. It was a force to get outside of your environment. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you was comfortable at, get outside of your comfort zone and do something different or better.
Me?
So I've been about this out here in the country life. Go ahead, PJ.
Me? See, personally, in Lehigh, I was an inside boy. I wouldn't go outside for nothing. And I still rather this more than Lehigh. Anywhere.
Yeah.
I would say this too. With that being said, this life or the homestead life provides the kids, to me anyway, a different opportunity. It's like when I tell her, like, how many kids do you know that got pigs or chickens or ducks or that's gonna get a horse? Like,
or that has a dog.
Right where we're from, those things don't happen. They don't see those things. So for our kids to experience that,